folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Handicapped Traveler. We're going to be going on adventures together, exploring parks so that we can see the wonderful nature. Now we probably won't get to see any moose, but I love moose. So we'll also be going to zoos where we can see other animals that you won't see on my trips. I also love history, so we'll be hitting up some historical places, towns, and museums. And we also might visit some stores and flea markets, which also are things that I enjoy doing, especially if it's more antique type store or flea market. Most times I'll be using a wheeled walker. Other times I'll have a standard cane. Sometimes I'll be using a wheelchair, like when we go to the zoos. I also have a gait belt that when my wife is along with me can hold on to me in case I look like I might fall. Most of all, we're going to have fun. And I want you to remember that using devices like the walker or cane, or whatever you need to use, it's helping you be handy capable instead of handicapped. See you on our adventure. Okay, folks, today we are at Lakeshore Reservation in Perry, Ohio. This is a big park, and I will be doing this in several installments. Here's the map, and this one has a map of all the parks, and as I always like to show you, for some reason, the rules and regulations. We're headed off here. As you can see, we got some picnic areas, which are nice and shady here. And I have a new member of the family to introduce to you. I think she's coming along here with my wonderful wife. They had to go get the mutt mitts, which when you're in the parks, I highly suggest you use to clean up. This, folks, is Lucy. You want to say hi, Lucy? No, you want to sniff? Of course, that's what the beagles like to do, is sniff. Now, my wife has already spotted an eagle, but now it's long gone. I was trying to get my camera set up, and it wasn't quick enough for the eagle. I don't know if we'll be able to spot any. I don't really hear them this morning, but this park has a lot of yellow warblers in it. And hopefully this will come out louder. I've been told that I'm kind of soft. I'm trying to make it as loud as I can. And somehow I guess the fountain is temporarily out of service. Now there's another part. They used to have dog bowls for water. And that's our Lucy. She got a bath the other day, so now she has to roll around so that the nice clean smell is no longer on her. And I don't know if you were able to tell, but she has spinal issues like I do and my wife does. She kind of limps along, but she still goes and she's enjoying life. So just to show that we can be like them and keep going.
So now, is that a bat box, or did we see that that was something different? And we have a bat box. Do you know what these things are, honey? The Are those currants? No, they're not currants. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to.
They're nothing edible.
Kathy that says they're nothing edible. She's gonna try and do the phone. I can hold Lucy while you try and do that. Maybe. As long as she doesn't pull me, we're all good. And if the phone doesn't tell us, they're kind of neat. But if the phone doesn't tell us, maybe you can.
I use my cup.
Yeah. Okay. And as you can see, there's all kinds of different trees here. Lucy wants to go, and we're trying to figure out what this plant is. But so probably won't be able to use the phone as much for this.
Poor connection.
Oh, that means that it's gonna take a while. We're getting a poor connection here. And as I said last time, I can never remember what it's called. Okay. So, hopefully in a little bit we'll be able to tell what it is. And I keep reading my instructions for my camera for the zoom, and I cannot, for some reason, figure it out. And the connection failed. So if anybody knows what that is, let us have a comment. So, here's I saw this up and I didn't get a good picture of it because it was actually in the swamp when we did Hidden Valley. But it's a really pretty purple flower. Oh, and here we have some I know what this is because I've taken a picture of it on my phone at home. We have some growing at home. At home, that's by the hummingbird feeder, that white flower. But at home, we're turning our front yard into a wildflower garden so that we don't have to mow the lawn, to be honest with you, but also to attract the birds and the butterflies. We've already attracted a lot of the birds and the butterflies to our house. We get the monarchs and a really pretty black butterfly with blue rims. And so it sounds like the lake is really active today. And what's neat, this one has various trails. We're going to go on Meadow Edge. It's a little shorter, and my back is bothering me today quite a bit. So we're headed up this way. Lucy wants to go the other way, but she'll see that I'm not going for it and come after me with Kathy in tow. So we come to this one a lot. This is another popular dog walking park. and Lucy really loves it. She used to walk the whole park with my wife and kids, even me at one time, but I sort of started going downhill earlier. I had back surgery way back in 2015. That was quite a year. It was the year my dad passed, and then he passed in January, and then later in the year rather, not the day, later in the year, around June, I had to have back surgery done. So not the greatest year. It's rather busy today, so that you're getting lots of pictures of the flowers. And on this tree, we had the English ivy growing, which my wife looked it up. I said we'd have to look up where it came from. And it comes from Europe and also Asia. And it came over with the colonists. Now, I don't know this for a fact. I am speculating. I said to my wife, I said they probably wanted it to grow on their houses to remind them of England when they came over. And trying to get the lake with the active waves. I don't know if you really could see it or not, but it is very active today. Where there's an opening, there's a dead tree in the way. Probably could get a much clearer view if it weren't for that. That I don't tangle with that stuff anymore. A lot of the flowers have come and gone already. But a lot of times we have lots of blooms on this area. And I'm hoping, because the paths here are all paved, well, there's a couple that aren't, which we might go on in another video. But I'm hoping that it's more steady than some of my other videos. I do have some issues though with my hands shaking, so I apologize for the shakiness. I might eventually be able to come up with something that'll prevent that. I've had some suggestions, however, I don't have a tripod or that equipment yet. When you're on a fixed income, you have to buy things in increments. So, again, we're just heading along here. I might end up taking a break here soon. And Lucy and Kathy have caught up to me now. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to take a little break here for a little bit, and I'll be back on soon. Have a good one until I come back on, which will be shortly. That was good. Okay, folks, the flower, the identification finally came through, and that was American pokeweed. I had said asked about something at the other park, which that was not pokeweed at the other park. And there's a white butterfly flying around. Not sure if you can see it. When I was a kid, I thought that land somewhere. Land. There you go. There he is. He gets disguised well, though, doesn't he? He might have a tinge of yellow. When I was a kid, I thought that all white things of that type were moths, but some are butterflies. And unfortunately, some of the trees here, and this is a young one too, have the tent caterpillars. But that also is part of the cycle of nature. So even though I don't like seeing the trees getting eaten by the pokeweed, or not pokeweed, the tent caterpillars, and brain isn't functioning today either. But anyhow, what I was trying to say is that it's all part of nature and it works out. Nature gets recycled except for the areas where us humans have killed it off and built things that we don't necessarily need. And there they are. They're coming back because I sat down for a while. So did you make her come back for me, or did she do it on her own? She
heard your voice, I think.
For a while, when she was younger, she didn't come back for me. Now she comes back. Maybe she's starting to understand. Every so often, she'll just plop down and take a break herself.
There's some interesting pine trees over there,
No. Kathy said up above here there's some neat pine trees with how they were going. And I see them, we're coming up on it. Almost looks like a V with some other kind of plant growing in between. I'm not sure what exactly that is. I don't know if you all think it's cool, but those are the kind of things we do that we just find interesting. Now, like, here's another tree with the V, but I'm used to that type of tree having it. I don't know that I've ever seen the pine tree going like that before. And here's a good open view of it. We can go from the bottom to the top. And it's not that tall that I can actually get the whole thing for you. So we're moving on along here. As I said, this is a really neat park. It has a area now. They've redone it and moved things around. They moved the swing, but they have a swing that you can look over the lake, and I promise I will get that in a future video. I post my videos pretty much after I tape them, so you might have to wait a while, and it might not, there might be things in between there. Also like Hidden Lake, because I want to get up to Southern Lake. There's a black butterfly flying around, but it's flying really quick, and I have no idea where it is anymore. But I knew I couldn't get it. It was flying around too fast. And here we have some of the sumac again. And Lucy's taking a break now. But I'm going to keep going because they will catch up to me. I might not even get all of this. I thought the battery would last longer than it is. So I might not even get all of this small trail. This is probably the smallest walk that we're taking today in Lakeshore Reservation. And as you'll see, oh, check this out. Hopefully I can get it. Open your wings. That's a black butterfly with blue and white dots on it. He is gorgeous. Hopefully you were able to see it. I'm hoping he's okay. probably is. See the butterfly, honey? Oh, yeah, and he is. He just flew away when I pointed at him. Oh, man, can I get this? Will you allow me to do this? Yes, you do. And he's off. But I think you did get a good look at him there. And they're just so beautiful. What we have to do is find my wife's butterfly book so we can start identifying these butterflies. We have that type at our house too. The Coreopus and the Sweet Williams seem to attract them. I hear a squirrel, but I can't see it. I think it's up in a tree somewhere. It's yelling at us because it doesn't want us to be here. It's interesting how the animals will yell at you. And in the morning, if I'm running late, the birds outside will start yelling at me that it's time for me to get up and bring food out to them. There's a chippy up here, and I'm not sure I was able to get him, but he went back in the woods. He saw us coming, especially with the dog, and said goodbye. And there's some birds up there too. As I said, I really need to learn how to use the zoom feature. I've read it and I've tried doing what it says, but it doesn't happen. There's a bird in the tree up here. I don't know, it might fly away by the time I get close enough. Plus it's hidden. Ooh, there went two flying. Did he fly away? The one that was right here? Yeah, it looks like he did. Can you hear him yelling? And I can hear the chippy in there, but it's so dense that you can't see the things. The animals probably enjoy when it's like this because they can hide real quick. Now we're coming up. The blooms aren't there anymore, but I can remember where it was. It was a purple flowering grape. That was the actual name of it when I took the picture when we were here last time. And just trying to let you see all the shrubbery and birds flying around. I don't know if you've been able to see them. And here is a shortcut to the parking lot with a couple picnic tables and a grill. So this offers a lot. And I know there's one right here, but I cannot see it. I can hear it, but can't see it. Bird is what I'm talking about. But this is another really, as I said, a fun park. As some of the things you'll see too is on the other part they have stones that are and Lucy's doing her rolling around again. They have stones carved in I think the one's supposed to be a chipmunk and then some other things, and we'll see them in a future video. This as we're coming up on the parking lot again, or here soon, so I'm going to pull over to the side here and I'm gonna just pan, and there's real close to the road, but pan here. And we're gonna, oh, sorry. I gotta stop with the ohs, huh? But you're just gonna have to put up with me. We're gonna be saying bye. You wanna say bye, Lucy? Like, no, I'm just gonna keep moseying along here. Anyhow, I wanted to thank you all for joining us today on our small adventure at Lakeshore Reservation. And I want you to remember that canes, walkers, wheelchairs, the shower benches, handheld showers, which I never mentioned those two before, but these are things that make us handy-capable, not handicapped. Just keep on plugging away, and I hope you stick with me. And have a great day, folks. Until next time.